Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope everyone's having an amazing day. Today I have one of my best friends in the entire world, Brett. He's here. We're gonna have a little discussion. So Brett, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit?
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Brett Tetzloff. I've been one of Carson's best friends since about kindergarten.
Kindergarten. Yeah.
I literally live right over there. Like, we're neighbors. We can just walk each other's house all the time. Love hanging out with Carson. Love hanging out with all our friends. It's just a great time, and hope that there's many more times to come.
Yeah, for sure. So this guy's been with me since pretty much the beginning. So Brett kind of has a unique perspective on everything that's happened with my journey. So the night of my suicide attempt, obviously Brett lives, 50 yards away from me. He's really close to me, and our families are very good friends. My parents are very very good friends with their family. So correct me if I'm wrong, but the police came to talk to your parents right after it happened.
So I don't actually know that part. What I know, so me and my brother shared a room at the time, so we were in the same room, and my parents came in and said, hey, we're gonna go check on some friends. It was very, it wasn't specific at all. So, they came in, they said, we're gonna check on some friends. I didn't really think anything of it. I mean, I was, 13 years old, 12 years old?
We were 14 at the time.
14 at the, okay.
Yeah.
So, I didn't really think a whole lot of it, and then, I just kind of went back to sleep. Well, about 15 minutes later, a cop comes to my front door and says, boys, I need to take you to my house. Now, I've known this cop for the same amount of time that I've known Carson. He's one of my friend's dads. He's a great guy.
Yep.
He came, he said, we're going to take you to my house to sleep while he just get you out of here. Well, so we went around the block, and coming back, we saw all the lights, everything, and I was like, whoa, something's going on. And I knew it was at your house.
Yep.
Because, when they say friends, no one kind of lived in that, this little four-house area.
Yep.
So we got back to his house. I kid you not, in the, driving there, and, a town street, we hit 100 miles an hour. We went to his house, I went to sleep. It was very difficult for me to fall asleep because I was thinking to myself, what the heck? What's going on?
Yep.
So I went to sleep, I woke up, my friend Riley, that's the house I went to, we both kind of found out at the same time, but it was probably 7 in the morning, and then they woke me up and told me, hey, this is what's going on, this is what happened, he's okay, and I was like, I was thanking my lucky stars, because a lot of people don't get the chance to walk away from something like that, and
Yep.
very, very fortunately, Carson got the chance to walk away.
Yeah, there was a statistic my mom told me, but 98% of people who attempt suicide with a gun don't live, so obviously, like you said, that's very lucky. So, Brett, can you it might get a little graphic, but go into whatever you need to talk about. What kind of went through your mind when you found out?
Well, obviously, it's something that, that detrimental does not hit you right away.
Yep.
It just kind of, lingers, okay, this actually happened, and it takes a while to process. The next day, I probably found out, it really, really hit me. I was like, okay, Carson's not going to be the same for a long, long time. Now, I knew from, my experience with Carson that Carson is still Carson. He's not going to change. He's the way he is, all right? It's going to be all right. We're all going to get through this together. And by that time, you were stable. You were okay. So I was, and you were in and out of surgeries, so, there's a little bit of risk there, but you were a lot better than what you were before.
Correct.
So I was very, very happy to hear that he was getting better and stuff like that. I had a lot of doubts, what if, this tears us apart? What about his sports? What about everything? Because Carson's a phenomenal athlete, and I always want the best for him in any kind of athletics that he does. So it's just kind of a different perspective based on, how things are going to come out for him and how things are going to shake up the next couple years. Well, here we are. We're doing just fine. The last few years have felt like a blur, honestly. High school's kind of flying by.
It really has.
But, yeah, those were, the first initial thoughts I had, I believe.
Yeah. I have a few comments on that, too. Brett was one of the first people outside of my family, obviously. I think you were the first person.
I think I was. 6 days later.
Yep, to come in and visit me in the hospital. It really meant a lot to me, because here I am, a kid who can't get out of his bed. My life is upside down. I'm in pain. I can't talk, can't eat. But, I get to have my friend come in and hang out with me for an hour, however long that he can visit. And, for an hour I can kind of forget that, hey, I'm in the hospital. My life isn't normal. It's not just Brett and I hanging out in his basement, talking.
Mm-hmm.
It's us hanging out at the hospital, but guess what? It's still us hanging out.
Exactly.
And that really meant a lot to me in the hospital because that's normal, Brett and I have been doing that since kindergarten. So at this point, it had been almost 10 years. We've known each other for almost 10 years. Now it's over 10 years.
Now it's over. Yeah. It's
at
11
that
years.
point, yeah. And that just really helped me a lot during that time. And even after I got out of the hospital, I wasn't really allowed to like go to places or sleep out for the initial year after I was recovering. But Brett lived 50 yards away, so like I could always text Brett and be like, Brett, you want to walk over? And he'd
I'd always be here.
He'd be like, hell yeah, man. I'll
I pretty
come
much
over.
lived here.
Yeah, basically. So like, Brett and I would say we've gotten a lot closer.
Oh, yeah.
Since my suicide attempt, and there's a lot of things I'm thankful for after my attempt, and it's definitely one of them.
Yeah. I remember, so before the whole thing happened, I remember we went to your hockey game like the week before.
Yep.
And like after that, I felt like, and like during that time period, I kind of like we were slowly like drifting apart just a little bit.
A little
Cause like,
bit, yep.
cause we had like we met some new people, found different friends, stuff like that, and things started to change. Well, once that happened, it was like immediately like we super glued back together and we were friends again. Like
Exactly.
it was something that powerful can bring two people together, and it was amazing.
For sure.
And I'm so happy that I didn't have to lose him as a friend, and like we didn't end up having like a bump in the road or anything. Like it was okay. Like we figured it out together.
Yeah.
And me being able to be here with Carson when he was going through not his finest hour was amazing for me, because I felt needed. I felt like I could help him. And I feel like that he needs social interaction with someone outside of his family, because like that's just how it works. And
Definitely,
me being
as
able
a-
to come
as a
over,
teenager,
me being able to come over, I guess like really helped him. So I was really happy about that.
I was too. So for a little bit, we can kind of get into what stuff is like now that my life is pretty normal.
Yeah.
So like Brett and I, we play football together. We work out together every single day. We hang out together. So what's it like, kind of, for you getting to experience the normal things with me that we weren't sure if we'd ever get to do again?
It's phenomenal. Like I obviously, like when you first have a lot of questions regarding sports, regarding activity and stuff like that. Well, you've pretty much made the best bounce back that you can, and you can honestly get better. There's always room for improvement. But I mean, the fact that we can go out and step on the field together as brothers on a football field is insane. The fact that we can pretty much do anything together and not be bored and just hang out, I mean, whatever. It's amazing, considering the fact that 3-4 years ago that was not necessarily a fantastic possibility.
No. I kind of have a funny story to share with you guys here. So the first time I ever got back on a football field, like playing live football, we were at a scrimmage against Pulaski, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
And I was playing safety. Brett was at cornerback. We were on the same side, and literally, we were locked down. We did not let a single pass
Nothing.
complete over 10 yards, and Brett and I we locked down that side together. And
Almost a pick.
that's just one of my favorite moments with Brett, because I had always played football with him my entire life, and we got back out there on the field together after me having to sit out for 2 years, and there's no one else I would have rather line up aside for those plays, honestly. Yeah.
Back at you.
For sure, yeah. So anything else you want to add, Brett, before we wrap up the video?
Not a whole lot. I'm just happy with the way things are right now. Hope they stay. Hope we have a senior year. That'd be
Hopefully.
awesome.
That would be really good.
And then we'll see how things play out and see how football goes.
Yeah, I don't mean to get all mushy, but I'm going to have to give you a hug now.
All right. Bring it in, Big Chief.
Alright, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you have a great day. I love you, God loves you, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.